This is the truth about the viral claim that 50 Cent exposed Lauren London in Nipsey Hussle's death, and I'm going to tell you right now that it never happened. Zero credible evidence exists that 50 Cent made any accusations against Lauren London, exposed anything about her, or connected her to Nipsey's death in any way. What we're dealing with here is textbook internet misinformation, clickbait conspiracy theories, and the exploitation of a woman's grief for views and engagement. Let me break down what actually happened, where these false claims come from, and what the real story is behind Nipsey Hussle's tragic death. Let's start with the actual relationship between 50 Cent and Lauren London, because they're not enemies and there's no secret drama. Lauren London has publicly described 50 Cent as one of her closest friends in interviews about working on his show Black Mafia Family, and their relationship remains professional and friendly. When Nipsey Hussle died on March 31st of 2019, 50 Cent posted tributes to him on social media, but here's where things get interesting. Not because of any accusations against Lauren London but because of how 50 handled his tribute. People criticized him for posting what looked like a promotional photo of himself instead of focusing solely on Nipsey, and he even included hashtags promoting his own cognac and champagne brands. Ja Rule called him out for this. A second tribute video followed, showing Nipsey discussing 50's business influence on him, and in one post he wrote that he really liked Nipsey and that it was harder for him to express it because whenever he got quiet it meant he didn't understand. That's the extent of 50 Cent's public response to Nipsey's death. No accusations came out, no exposés surfaced, and no conspiracy theories about Lauren London ever emerged from him. Let me walk you through the verified facts of Nipsey Hussle's murder, because this case went through a complete investigation, a trial, and resulted in a conviction that tells us exactly what happened. March 31st of 2019 brought the death of Ermias Joseph Askedom, known to the world as Nipsey Hussle, who was shot and killed outside his Marathon clothing store in South Los Angeles at just 33 years old. The shooting happened in broad daylight, and Nipsey took at least 10 bullets, sustaining fatal gunshot wounds to his head and torso before being pronounced dead at 3:55 p.m. at a downtown LA hospital. Two bystanders caught bullets in the attack as well. Eric Ronald Holder Jr. pulled the trigger, a 29-year-old man from the same neighborhood as Nipsey, and that's what makes this case particularly tragic. Both men claimed affiliation with the same gang, the Roland 60s Crips, which means this wasn't some random act of violence or a calculated hit by outside forces but someone from Nipsey's own community. Holder's arrest came on April 2nd of 2019, just 2 days after the murder, and the case moved to trial where a guilty verdict for first-degree murder landed on July 6th of 2022. February 22nd of 2023 brought his sentencing of 60 years to life in prison, broken down as 25 years for the murder itself, plus 25 years for a firearm enhancement, plus 10 additional years for injuring the bystanders. An appeal attempt followed, but California's Court of Appeal denied it on November 5th of 2024. The case is closed and justice came through the legal system. Prosecutors argued that Holder planned the killing ahead of time, while the defense claimed it was a crime of passion triggered when Nipsey allegedly called Holder a snitch during a conversation earlier that day. But here's what matters most: there was a 9-minute gap between that initial conversation and when Holder returned to shoot Nipsey. The prosecution's theory went deeper into pre-existing jealousy, arguing that Holder was an unsuccessful rapper from the same neighborhood who watched Nipsey rise to fame and become a community icon while his own career went nowhere. Whatever words passed between them in that conversation, they sparked something that had been building for a long time. No grand conspiracy existed, no involvement from Lauren London surfaced, and no mysterious figures orchestrated anything from behind the scenes. This was a tragedy rooted in personal conflict and street politics. Now let me tell you about Lauren London, because her story in all of this is one of genuine, heartbreaking loss that deserves respect rather than conspiracy theories. Lauren and Nipsey had been together since 2013 after meeting through social media, and they had a son together named Ermias Askedom, who was born in August of 2006. Marriage never happened between them, but they were long-term partners in every way that mattered. Lauren also has a son named Cameron from a previous relationship with Lil Wayne, and Nipsey had a daughter named Imani from a previous relationship with Tanisha Foster. April 2nd of 2019 brought Lauren's first public message, just 2 days after Nipsey's murder, where she wrote that she was completely lost and had lost her best friend, her sanctuary, her protector, and her soul. Her words were simple: she was lost without him and had no words left. Time didn't ease the pain the way people expected to. The first anniversary in 2020 brought her reflection that time is deceptive and the pain felt as heavy as it did a year before. 3 years later in 2022, she described the experience as being different when you're in the front row at the funeral. March of 2024, the 5th anniversary, brought her admission that March is always tough for her, like 31 days of holding her breath. September of 2024, more than 5 years after Nipsey's death, found her still admitting that she feels like a mess and genuinely feels like she hasn't arrived anywhere. She's also navigated explaining this loss to her children by telling them Nipsey transitioned and that daddy is everywhere, encouraging them to journal and write letters to him while describing herself as a container for whatever emotion they have. None of this looks like someone with anything to hide. This is a woman processing profound grief in the public eye while trying to raise her children and honor her partner's legacy. Conspiracy theorists sometimes point to how Nipsey's estate was handled as supposed evidence of something suspicious, so let me address that directly and show you why it means nothing. Nipsey Hussle died without a will, leaving an estate valued at $4,169,088.57, with the primary assets being his trademark portfolio and personal jewelry. California law dictates that when someone dies without a will, their estate splits equally between their children, which meant Nipsey's two children, Cross and Imani, each inherited half. Lauren London petitioned the court for guardianship of Cross's share of the estate, which is standard legal procedure and not suspicious or evidence of anything nefarious but literally what the law requires. A custody battle over Imani lasted more than 6 months, but that fight happened between Nipsey's sister Samantha Smith and Imani's mother Tanisha Foster, with Lauren London having no involvement in that dispute. Cross went to his mother Lauren without any legal issues at all. If 50 Cent never made these accusations, then where are these claims actually coming from? And who started spreading this misinformation across the internet? A music executive named Wack 100 appears to be the main source, making a series of unsubstantiated allegations in 2022 and again in 2025 that included claims about an alleged sex tape involving Nipsey and Lauren London. He claimed there was an alleged extortion attempt for 30% of the estate, claimed Lauren London introduced Nipsey to what he called Diddy's freak-off parties, and claimed Lauren and Cassie Ventura were best friends. Not a single one of these claims has any credible evidence supporting it. Someone named Hassan Campbell also made similar unverified allegations that spread across social media platforms. Rumors about Lauren London and Diddy started in 2020 when he posted a photo calling her his sister, but Lauren London shut that down immediately with a response that told people forever and even after to call her Lady Hustle because she still is and to stop playing with her and her name. What actually happened was that Diddy helped and supported London at Nipsey's funeral, advising her to show them what it looks like when it all crumbles, and there's no evidence of any romantic relationship or anything inappropriate. What we're witnessing here is how the internet's clickbait economy works when it feeds on tragedy and grief for profit. Someone, probably multiple people, saw that Wack 100's baseless conspiracy theories got attention and videos about Nipsey Hussle's death get views while 50 Cent's name generates clicks because he's known for feuds and controversy. They combined all these elements into one completely fabricated narrative about 50 Cent exposing Lauren London in Nipsey Hussle's death, and it sounds dramatic like breaking news and like there's some hidden truth being revealed. But it's a lie manufactured for advertising revenue and social media engagement. Drama got manufactured to exploit tragedy, nothing more. You want to know what's actually worth talking about when it comes to Nipsey Hussle? Then let me tell you about his real legacy instead of these made-up conspiracies. Nipsey earned a Grammy nomination for his album Victory Lap in 2019, and posthumously won Grammy Awards for Racks in the Middle and Higher after releasing more than 10 mixtapes before his debut album came out. His community knew him as Neighborhood Nip, and he owned multiple businesses in South Los Angeles, including the Marathon clothing store where he was killed after opening it in 2017. Financial literacy and community investment became his focus, and he had scheduled a meeting with the LAPD to discuss gang violence prevention, but that meeting never happened because he died the day it was supposed to take place. Barack Obama captured it perfectly when he said that while most folks look at the Crenshaw neighborhood where he grew up and see only gangs, bullets and despair, Nipsey saw potential and hope. His celebration of life at the Staples Center drew more than 21,000 attendees, and he received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame on August 15 of 2022. Victory Lap was certified double platinum on the 5-year anniversary of his death, and that's the story worth telling instead of some made-up drama about 50 Cent exposing his grieving partner. While we're being honest about 50 Cent, let me acknowledge he's got plenty of real controversies without anyone needing to invent fake ones to get clicks. 2013 brought charges of domestic violence and vandalism against his ex Daphne Joy, where he took a plea deal, and 2024 brought Daphne Joy's accusations of rape and physical abuse on Instagram. 2025 brought Jahaira Rodriguez's lawsuit for assault and abuse while his bankruptcy case was reopened in August of 2025, and he filed a defamation suit against Daphne Joy before later dropping it. More recently, he's been executive producer of a Netflix documentary called Diddy, The Reckoning that came out in December of 2024, and people criticized him for producing a documentary about someone else's alleged misconduct while facing his own abuse allegations. These are the actual stories involving 50 Cent, not some fabricated accusation against Lauren London that never happened. Let me bring this full circle and make it crystal clear where the truth actually lies in all of this manufactured drama. The claim that 50 Cent exposed Lauren London in Nipsey Hussle's death is completely false and didn't happen, with no evidence it happened and the two of them actually being friends. Nipsey Hussle died at the hands of Eric Holder Jr., who was convicted of first-degree murder and is serving 60 years to life in prison, while Lauren London is a grieving woman who lost her partner and the father of her child and has been navigating that loss publicly while raising her children for more than 5 years now. False claims circulating online come from unsubstantiated conspiracy theories, primarily from WAC 100, that have zero credible evidence supporting them and spread because they generate clicks, views, and engagement in an online ecosystem that rewards sensationalism over truth. Videos making these claims exploit tragedy for profit, disrespect Nipsey's memory, cause additional pain to Lauren London and her family, and contribute to a culture where truth matters less than whatever gets the most attention. Nipsey Hussle's real legacy is his music, his community work, and his vision for uplifting his neighborhood, while Lauren London's real story is one of enduring love and profound loss. 50 Cent's actual relationship to all of this begins and ends with posting tribute messages when Nipsey died, and the truth might not be as dramatic as the clickbait headlines promise, but it's a hell of a lot more respectful to everyone involved.